Welcome back to another episode of the 5 Star Podcast, episode 18. Again, my name is Jesus, and we got Miguel filling in here, or Mike filling in here as a co-host.
hmm
What's going on, man?
Not much. I'm happy to be here. Sorry, sadly, that Ray couldn't make it today, but no, it's another day.
Yeah, Mike might be coming in and filling in a few times here for Ray as he just moved to another town, getting settled in, all that good stuff. But last week we talked about, obviously the schedule came out for the Cowboys and the NFL. And we kind of just went over our initial thoughts. It's been about a week and a half since the schedule came out. And, this podcast, we were going to talk about, kind of just give our super early predictions, way, way, way too early predictions of what we think we're going to end up as far as wins and losses. Have you had a chance to look at the schedule at all since it came out? Get some thoughts?
Briefly looked at it. I see a lot of W's. I can tell you that.
That's how I felt. I was telling Ray on the last podcast, I was like, dude, I think there's some good W's that we're gonna see. He's like, nah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
tough. Because I was telling him last week that I read that we had there's like the rankings of the easiest schedule or whatever, strength of schedule, and we were like like one of the easiest ones, like number 1 or 2 easiest schedule in
Yeah.
here.
I think I want to say I saw us at number 2, which
Yeah,
is really really good.
yeah, and I was like, when I saw that last pod and I was going through the schedule, I was like, I kind of agree now that I'm looking at it, but we'll take a little more deep dive and again give our predictions super early. We will be doing this again, once we get closer to the season, maybe like during the preseason games. Now that when we know like who's going to be on the team and more information, but it's going to be a fun little podcast of just predicting. So we'll get started. I mean, week 1 against Tampa. This is the season kickoff against the champs. I hate to say it still,
Yeah, of course.
but it's gonna be at Tampa Bay, and I'll start it off here. I think it's gonna be a loss for the Cowboys. A loss. I mean, I don't know. I just think that there's a lot of new people coming back, draft picks, defense coming through, new defensive coordinator. We got Dak coming back from an injury. It's just going to be a lot of changes. What about you? What do you think for you it's going to be?
I think it depends on the preseason. I say we have a small shot to beat. I mean, Tampa Bay
Yeah.
against Brady. We have
Yeah.
a small chance. It just depends on how many games Brady plays in the preseason. I think this year's what, 3 games now?
Three,
These
yeah,
are
three,
the
yeah, because they added
three
another one.
preseason games.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe he'll just play the last one, or knowing Brady, he'll just play them all. I mean, it really depends on that, and I think we might have a slight chance in beating them, but I do consider it a loss also,
You got
especially at Tampa.
a double loss. There we go.
Yeah,
No, yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I just think that's going to take a little bit of time for us to mesh. And
to get into that rhythm.
yeah, and then I read somewhere that Brady said that he didn't really know the playbook until like week 12, I think it was.
Yeah,
So now,
it's scary.
which makes sense because like when I was saying how are they even in the playoff, like they were pretty bad. I was just like, it just got hot at the right time. So
Yeah, he did.
we both have that as a loss. So that's interesting. Week 2 is going to be a Sunday afternoon game against the Los Angeles Chargers. They have their quarterback, Justin Herbert, right? Is the quarterback, and then they got a few pieces coming. You got Joey Bosa on the defense, as we talked last time on the pod. For this one, I feel like we have a really good chance. It's at Los Angeles. I'm gonna give this one a dub. I'm gonna give it a dub.
I also want to give it a dub, and only because it's their new stadium opener. That's the first game at their new stadium, so I want to make sure we beat them at their new stadium.
Yeah, no, I mean, they played in it last year, but they didn't get to use it.
Oh yeah, no
Yeah,
fans, no fans. Yeah,
So the fans are coming in. They're
yeah.
gonna be excited seeing the Chargers. Yeah, we both for clarification for the listeners, we did not go over the list before, so I know we're
No,
agreeing
of
right now.
course not.
It's just the way we both. He said that there was a lot of dubs, and for me, same
Yeah.
likewise. So okay, so 2 dubs here. So oh no, we go one loss, one dub here. One loss, one.
Yeah.
One loss, one dub. All right. So the week 3, we start with the NFC East. Important games as always because you want to win the division, of course. A Monday night game, ESPN, Philadelphia Eagles. Hurts, maybe he'll still be the quarterback. Maybe he won't. I don't know. They said it's going to be open competition, and I was reading some of his comments this week, and he's ready for the competition. He's saying, yeah, like I pay my rent every day or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I have this starting off as a dub, against the
A
NFC
dub.
East. Yeah.
I only also give it a dub, only because I don't know who the quarterback is yet. It's still Joe Flacco or Hurts, so it could either be either one that's going to be fighting for the. Obviously, both want the title. Both want the job, obviously. So it might be a close one, just because they're both going to be proving each other to see who's better, to see who comes out on top, and I see it a battle to the end, and especially on Monday night, it's going to be a good one. But yeah, I think it's going to be a close dub.
Yeah, no, for sure. I don't know if it's gonna be a close dub. I think yeah, I guess yeah, it'll probably be close, but we'll see. Yeah, like you said, this is super early, and we don't know who
Yeah.
the quarterback's gonna be, so that's why a lot of this may change for us later on in the off season here.
Mm-hmm.
But I think with and I'll say this right now, any quarterback, I think we're gonna get that dub. We lost to them.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I just think we'll go on. I'll talk to about them.
We'll come back to.
Yeah, because we'll go back to the next game. But Carolina is the next game. Carolina is an interesting one. They have another quarterback coming in.
Sam Darnold.
Yeah, Sam Darnold from the Jets. They traded Teddy Bridgewater over to the Broncos, and Sam Darnold seems like he could be still a pretty legit quarterback. It was in a mess. He had a mess situation there with the Jets, with the head coach and all, rookie and him being a rookie and everything. So I think he's gonna have new life there with the Panthers, and I think that they're gonna be pretty decent. But I'm still gonna give this one a dub.
Carolina, I think it's gonna be an easy dub. I don't think they're gonna have any trouble with it. I don't remember ever hearing from their quarterback Sam Darnold at all last year, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it an easy dub.
Yeah, a lot of this you just gotta look at the quarterbacks and then you'll know.
Yeah.
But yeah, easy dub if you go by last year. But I think they're gonna be a little bit better, but I don't think they're gonna be there yet. And so, right there, we got 3 dubs in a row. We're on a winning streak. We're feeling good. Then we go against the New York Giants, another NFC opponent, and they have their quarterback still. They brought back Jason Garrett as the offensive coordinator. They get Saquon back, and so this one I struggle with just a tad bit. But you know what? I said first one, I'm giving it to the boys. We're taking another dub here, 4 games in a row.
Okay. So I'm assuming their quarterback is still Daniel, right?
Yeah,
What's his name?
yeah. Chase Daniel
Jones.
or Daniel Jones. Sorry,
Daniel Jones. He's not bad, but he's not the greatest either, and it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be another close one just because it's NFC.
Yeah.
Our East, our division. So, man, it's gonna be a close. I say a loss on this one.
A loss.
A loss, just on this one, because we do have to face them twice. So I think this one's gonna be a loss, and the next one should be another meeting. So,
all right. So you have this one as a loss.
I have this one as a loss. Yeah.
And then the rest dubs. Well, except the first one. All right.
Except the first one.
So I think that the Giants are gonna be pretty good. Like I said, they bring out all that offensive firepower. Now I don't know if they're gonna be good right away in Week 5, which is why I gave them the Cowboys a win. Yeah,
you think they're gonna have a slower start and to see how they're going. Okay, got you. Okay,
exactly. With Saquon coming back from injury.
Very possible, yeah.
But that one I did struggle. It could have gone either way. One. Yeah, exactly. So the next game on the schedule is the New England Patriots. Kind of similar situation with the Eagles. They have Cam Newton coming back, but then they drafted Mac Jones. We don't know who the quarterback's going to be. But I'm assuming Cam. I heard some reports or read some reports that that Belichick wants to sit Mac for the year, kind of like Mahomes did that first year under Alex Smith.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I know that he is trying to do that, and I think Cam will be better. He had COVID during the, he had a good start, then got COVID, and then kind of things fell apart for him. So I don't know how much that affected him. And, I'm excited to see if he can continue that success he had early on, because I still think he can contribute to a team pretty well. And but with all that said, I think we're gonna win this game. Another dub for me.
Hey, New England. As much as I respect Cam Newton's, I know he's been working hard to get his body back into shape, get everything back into order. I think that team's in shambles. I think that ever since, even when Tom Brady was there, he didn't have much of a team, which I think, I mean, he left, and he left that team the way it is now, and
Yeah.
they got rid of Edelman, retired now too, so I don't even know who's on their offensive line, who's on their defensive line, or anything. So, I mean, I think this is an easy win, honestly, unless Cam Newton can really, really, really push them through. I don't see them winning.
Yeah, no, and that's how I felt too. But I mean, they did spend in free agency. Belichick doesn't like to do that, but this offseason he spent a lot in free agency. So
Okay, got you.
So we'll see how they end up. But again, it's going to be one of those slow start, I think, still. And I think it's going to be an easy win for us.
Gotcha.
So right there so far before the bye week, you have 2 losses. I have 1 loss going into the bye week. I think I said it last time. I think this bye week is a pretty good bye week for us because we play the Thanksgiving game every year. And so for us, that's like another extra little bye week after the Thanksgiving game. But week 7 bye week is always nice, in my opinion.
Yep.
But after that, after a little break,
Is it Thanksgiving in 21st though? November?
Yeah, but I'm saying I like the bye week at week 7, and then we get another little break.
Another week. Yeah,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
So the next game is the Minnesota Vikings coming back from the bye week on a Sunday night primetime NBC game. The Vikings, I feel like kind of are in the same boat that we talked about with the Panthers, with the Patriots. It's just we don't
Rebuilding.
know. Rebuilding. We don't know if they're gonna be good. They can be good. I don't know. Easy for me. This is gonna be another easy dub.
I feel that only because it's Kirk Cousins, and I'm assuming he's still there, right?
Yeah.
I've never trusted Kirk Cousins. I think he I don't know. I've never trusted him. I've never really liked him. So I think this is an easy win. I think we can brush right over it. It doesn't matter.
Easy win. I mean, I'm glad
win.
that right after the bye week we get a little.
Yeah.
But again,
boost.
Yeah, a little boost. That's how I feel. I mean, I think Vikings, Patriots, Panthers are kind of all in that same strength of team. Yeah. I think we're going to be able to get through them pretty easily. But I mean, right after that, I mean that's at Minnesota. So then we have the Broncos home for the 12:00 Sunday game. Denver Broncos, again, another one of those teams like the Minnesota Vikings. Like they just got Teddy Bridgewater, right? So we don't know what he still has left in the tank. He's a pretty solid quarterback, but I don't know. But the one thing about the Broncos is that they always have a good defense, no matter what. They've had a consistent.
That is true.
With the Von Miller there, still there. I know he's getting older, but for me, this one it's going to be another dub. I'm just going to have to put another dub.
Yeah, I see that as an easy dub for me too. I mean, it really depends which offense shows up for the Cowboys. If it's our shooting offense, then we'll be fine. But as long as our offense looks good, we should be fine. As long as we don't beat ourselves, we should be fine, honestly.
Yeah,
that's a big problem.
No, that's how I feel. And I mean, as I was going through this, you had a loss there, with the Giants. Yeah. But like me, I'm like, dude, this is like a 7-game winning streak. Like, what am I doing? But it's like, I don't know. It's just the way it's working out. I can't help it.
Yeah, of course. So, and I see why we have such an easy schedule now, because I'm looking through the teams and I'm kind of analyzing how they did last year. And I'm like, I know difference in years and stuff like that, but it looks easy, honestly. It looks like a very easy schedule.
I know. I'm like 7 wins in a row. I'm like, no way, this can't be possible. So we get to this Atlanta Falcon game, and I'm like, I kind of wanted to give it an easy win, but I'm like, nah, 7 wins in a row. Like I can't. So for this one, they get Matt Ryan back, and we talked about it last pod, but they were like the team that lost by one score the most. Like a lot of their games.
Yeah.
And then people know they saw it. I mean, they even saw the Cowboys game. We should have lost. Or I think we did. We should have lost that game.
We should have lost it, yeah.
they had a
There's that onside kick where we got it back and we scored, which was very surprisingly why they wouldn't touch it. But okay.
oh yeah. So with that said, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna break the streak. I don't feel good about going 8.
Oh,
I'm gonna take a L on this one. I think we're gonna be feeling good about ourselves, and then we're gonna drop the ball a little bit here.
I think it depends on Matt Ryan, the way he comes up. If not, I see this as a win. I don't see the Falcons beating us at all unless Matt Ryan really it's another one of those years for him where he's Matty Ice, as they call him. So I mean, I think it's an easy win. Not an easy, it's a win. Not an easy win, but an easy win.
Yeah, no, I think they'll play us tough,
Yeah.
and I almost had it a win, but I'm like, you know what? Coming off the as many wins as I have in a row at that point, and
Yeah.
then they're gonna be looking ahead to the Kansas City Chiefs the next game. I'm like, I think they're gonna drop the ball a little bit.
Maybe, yeah.
And I kind of put it there, and I was like, you know what? I'll put it there because then, week 11, we go on and play with the Kansas City Chiefs, and I'm like, they'll regroup. They're like, okay, we have a loss. Now we gotta, really step it up for the supposed to be Super Bowl champs, But
Yeah.
with Patrick Mahomes, with this one, I mean, Kansas City is still Kansas City. I know they lost their left tackle, but they brought in some other people. I think they're still, Mahomes looks like he's back from his injuries, from what I've seen on social media. So with this one, I'm going to say that we're going to lose.
Is it just because of Mahomes?
Yeah,
You're Mahomes boy.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I don't just. He's going to torch our defense. I don't know.
You think so?
Yeah, 100%.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and just because you like Mahomes so much. I'm gonna say the opposite. I think we're gonna torch him, and he's not gonna score more than 10 points on us.
Dang.
Just like the Super Bowl.
Wait,
I'll say 20 points. 20 points.
Is this a dub or is this a
This is an easy dub.
easy dub?
Okay, not easy. I think we're gonna win, but I have a feeling about this game that it's gonna be a good game. Obviously, 3:25 at noon for
Central time.
Central time on Fox. So it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be one of those game of the week type games that I think the Cowboys are gonna show up for this game.
No, it's gonna be a big test for us, but I gave us that loss in Atlanta and then that loss at the Chiefs, back-to-back losses, and I think it's really gonna wake the team up. In my opinion, it's gonna be it's just gonna be really hard, I think, to win that game. But
I could see it. Yeah, I could see it.
But this is super early again. I want to see like how we end up with our defense, and I might change my mind, but probably not. The only one I probably would change my mind so far would be Atlanta, but I think this is a guaranteed loss.
Oof. Okay.
But I don't know. We'll see. This is why I'm excited because there's a lot of easy games, and if our team starts to gather up some wins, get the flow right, I think that we could really we can probably win it. I feel confident saying that Mahomes is probably going to kick our butt. So
yeah, we'll see.
the next game we have on here is the Raiders.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving game. So the thing about this is that we play the Chiefs on the 21st and play the Raiders on the 25th. So quick turnaround. And this is what I was saying. Like I like that we have this extra because the next game after that is from the 25th to the 2nd. So it's like a lot of days in between. They get a little break there. I think against the Raiders, I still put them in that category. More a little bit closer to maybe like the Giants than like Broncos, Panthers kind of thing because I know they can make some noise with their offense and their defense. But I'm gonna go ahead and give us a win. Coming off 2 losses in my estimations, I'm gonna get back on track, get a win on Thanksgiving, make my Thanksgiving dinner or lunch a little bit more better for me.
Yeah, the past few Thanksgivings, I think we've lost those games, and they've been a horrible Thanksgiving break and things for me. So I want to say they win here.
Win.
Derek Carr is still he's still in the drama, isn't he? That they wanted to get rid of him or something like that.
Yeah, but I mean they're going with him. They didn't. They had a chance to draft quarterbacks. They didn't.
Okay, so that shows a little loyalty to him.
Exactly.
I think we can win this game, but it's going to be a tough one. It just it depends on our offense again.
Yeah, and this one's at home, so I feel
Yeah.
really good. Obviously, at home
But
for the
also
Thanksgiving.
the 4 day turnaround time is kind of
Yeah, after going
it's a
against
little
the
tough.
Chiefs, that's what I'm worried about too. Exactly.
Yeah, it's a little tough. Yeah,
But yeah, we both have it as a win. Yeah,
as a
no,
win. Yeah.
no, I feel pretty confident about that. And then so then we go on the road after a little break. We go to the New Orleans Saints. Teddy, not Teddy Bridgewater. Jameis Winston over there.
Winston.
I think he's gonna be the quarterback. I don't know. Ray says that he thinks that other guy's gonna be maybe. I blanked on his name, but
Hill.
Taysom. Yeah, there you go. But I'm like,
Gotcha.
I don't know. I think Teddy. I think James Winston's gonna be able to win that job. But this is a Thursday night game. Um, the Saints, they lost Drew Brees to retirement. They're still a pretty solid team, so this is gonna be a tough one. But it's gonna come down to the quarterback play, honestly. And if it's gonna be Jameis Winston, he throws a lot of touchdowns, he throws a lot of passes, and he throws a lot of interceptions. Because the last time he was a full time starter with the Bucks, he had the touchdown record and the interception record in the same
Which is
season.
crazy.
It's super crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say we win this one narrowly.
Oh, okay. As much as I don't like the Saints because they're one of the most rival team for the Cowboys, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it's gonna be a close game and we're narrowly gonna lose.
Ooh, a loss, huh?
Yeah, narrowly gonna lose this game. It's just it depends which Winston shows up. If he's
Yeah.
gonna be really really good, then it could be a shootout honestly against Dak, and I hope everything's well with Dak. So I think it's gonna be a slight loss. Yeah, on this one.
Okay. Yeah, and it was a narrow one for me too, because like you said, depends on the quarterback and who comes out and what they do. But the next game here this is where it starts to get interesting. We play the Washington football team. I feel like they're gonna be one of the best in the East. They're gonna give us the most trouble. I feel like, in my opinion.
Why is that?
Just because Ron Rivera, super good. The
Oh,
way he
okay.
was able to just keep that team together last year without really a quarterback. I know they brought in Fitzpatrick, and he can play pretty solid.
Magic. Yeah.
Fitzmagic. Yeah, he's still a solid QB, and I feel like they have a lot of pieces around. The defense seems to be really really good going into the season. So I feel I feel like we're honestly, I think we're gonna lose that game. First time playing the Washington
First
football
time playing
team.
the Washington. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get that. We're gonna lose on this one.
They haven't announced who their starting quarterback is. Is it that Fitzmagic?
I think it's gonna be Fitzpatrick. Yeah, I don't even know who they have as
I
backup.
guess he's the most veteran. I think.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a win. Yeah, it should be. I think it's gonna be a win. It's gonna be one of those that we bounce back from New Orleans. It's gonna be a tough game. So it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be another tough game, but I think we'll win this game.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right after, because you had the Saints loss. Okay, I see. Well, so back to the New York Giants, which is the next game.
Uh-huh.
So last time you had them as a loss. I had them as a win, and I think we went over them, but I think it's gonna be another win, and we're gonna sweep the Giants.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, this is where it's different for me. I think we're gonna win this time.
Yeah.
Only because we lost the first one and we know what to expect from them.
Yeah.
So I think this is gonna be a win for us.
Well, this one's at New York, and it starts to get cold in December, so that starts
Yeah.
affecting some of the teams like us who play in a dome, or not in a dome. Most of the time we have the roof closed, but this one really comes down to I don't think the Giants are going to be good this year. Offensively, they might be able to do some things, but I don't see anything defensively that's going to be able to stop our offensive firepower, in my opinion. But for me, coming off the loss from the Washington football team, I wouldn't want to go back-to-back loss in the NFC East. So that's the only reason I had them winning and sweeping the Giants. And so I know Giant fans are going to be mad, and they're probably going to disagree, but that's what I think. But
this is around the time where the Cowboys, all the NFC East is pretty much tied against each other, and we're fighting for first place.
Yeah.
So every single year is the same thing. So
Well, we
It
talked
always.
about it in the last
Uh,
pod, week 14 and on. It's like they did it on purpose because we
I
play
think
all
they always
NFC.
do it on
Yeah.
purpose. Yeah.
It's like they have all the NFC East teams going head to
Hmm.
head, and that's when it really like comes down to all right, who's gonna win the NFC East. But because the next game after that is again the Washington football team.
Washington's.
Yeah, we had
Hmm.
just played them the week before, so it's like almost back to back,
Yeah.
And I had them. I had us losing that first game, and like you did with the
Hmm.
Giants, I went ahead and switched it this time around, and so I had a dub on that one.
I'm gonna agree with that one too. I'm gonna have a dub. I think we were gonna sweep the Washington football team.
Oh, so you're sweeping
Um,
the Washington, huh?
we're sweeping Washington, yes. And I don't. I every year I don't see anything from them. So it's I think it's about time they prove me wrong. I probably end up getting proved wrong, but I think it's gonna be an easy win for both of those games. Are gonna be easy wins for us.
I will only say be careful because they put the Washington football team close to the end for us, so that might be
Yeah,
saying that hey, these might be the team to watch out for against the
yeah, it could be.
Cowboys.
They could make me eat my words at the end, but
But for you, you have a 3 game winning streak going into week
the game wins.
17.
Hmm.
And again, just a reminder in case y'all didn't know, there's an extra game this season. We talked about it early on.
Yeah.
Last preseason game, one extra. So we're going to be playing the Cardinals 12 o'clock game. This one's interesting. I feel like, they got the Houston guys and J.J. Watt. They brought in
Hmm.
last year receiver. They still have their quarterback who should be getting a little bit
Colts.
better. Yep.
Well, they have Kylie Murray and Colt
Yeah.
McCoy.
Yeah. Well, Colt McCoy is a backup. Yep.
Yeah,
I like Colt McCoy from Texas.
yeah, same.
UT. I always thought he was pretty good. He beat us once. Had the game of his life at AT&T Stadium. It's crazy. Um, and so this one for me, it was close, but I'm gonna say a dub.
I'm gonna go with a loss on this one. I think by this point, the Cowboys already have enough wins
Mm-hmm.
to beat the NFC East, and we're starting to start players out, starting to give them lower reps and stuff like that. So I think it's gonna be a loss, but barely.
A loss. So at that point, before the game, we would be at 11 and 3, and you're saying that because of that, it's like
Yeah, it's like, oh, you know what? Sit Dak out,
start
sit Zeke
winding down.
out.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting. Or maybe like
I
one
don't.
half. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
actually
it's just
interesting.
halves or quarters or stuff like that.
I actually didn't even think about that kind of
Yeah.
scenario.
Because
Because
you got so many wins, I don't think we need the NFC East. All you need to do is get 8-8 to go to the playoffs. So after 8 wins, we can start sitting down our players. Honestly,
well, that's 11 and 3 going into that game for you. Yeah, that'd be super interesting. Or 11 and 4,
yeah,
sorry, 11 and 4.
yeah, 11-4 for me. Yeah,
Um, I don't know if I'd be comfortable. It would depend on what the
yeah,
other
I
teams
get you,
are
I
doing.
get you, I
But
get you.
that's fun. That's fun. Then we end the season against the Philadelphia Eagles. So I had the Cardinals as a win, and then the Eagles. You know, I think we're gonna sweep the Eagles as well. So I'm gonna say a dub for me.
I think we'll also sweep the Eagles. Even if we sit down our players, I don't think the Eagles are going to do anything this year. The Eagles are just going to be trash. So, sorry, Eagles fans.
Oh my, you're gonna get so much hate. No, but that's what we do. We talk crap about the
Yeah,
NFC East. So so just to go over everything, how many wins you have? You have 13.
13-3, right?
1, 2, 3,
13 and
4.
4.
Yeah, 13 and 4.
13 and
So
4.
you ended up 13 and 4, and I ended up 13 and 4. That's crazy.
Oh, same. Nice.
Yeah, with different losses here and there, but
Yeah,
you see, this is
same.
yeah.
Right.
So it seems like you looked at it the same way I did. I was like, it seems like
Mhm.
it's going to be a pretty easy schedule going into it with
Yeah,
what we know of the teams. Now we don't follow these teams like we follow the Cowboys, so there might be things that we missed on teams that's like, oh no, they have this guy or this guy, but just kind of just going through it super early again when I mentioned that, you know, yeah, 13
yeah.
and
First
4.
guess is as the season goes on, we can more or less change, and we'll have more information on each team. So our guessing is going to change a little bit. But I'm going to try to stick to this record, 11-3. We'll see during the year of how much of my words I eat, and yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean I have it written down. We'll keep track of it, and we'll update it That way, when we get closer to the season, we'll update it and see if But I'm gonna put my official one. We're gonna do like an official one later on, before the season
Right before the
starts.
season starts.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And we'll post it up, and people can keep track, and then eat crow if we have to. But
Yeah.
I feel pretty confident. I don't think this is gonna change much for me. I feel pretty confident. Maybe some of those close games, like maybe Arizona or
Yeah.
maybe like the Falcons, I might change to a win. But the only like for sure losses that I see are going to be the Tampa Bay and the Kansas City Chiefs, for different reasons. I think, week one against Tampa Bay, I just don't think we're going to be ready for it. And then week 11, I feel like Kansas City already be hitting its stride just a little bit. And I don't know if we have enough. I don't know if our defense we obviously drafted a lot of defensive players, so we'll see how that matches up. That's gonna be a really fun game for me to be able to see. Like, okay, we drafted all these players week 11. We should know how our team's doing by then, how these players are adapting to the NFL, and then we go
Yeah.
up against like Patrick Mahomes. Let's see, like if we actually have a shot. That's gonna be a fun one to watch.
Yeah. I
But
think honestly by bye week we should know how our defense is doing, and we should more or less guess on the big games coming up after that.
yeah, is there any quarterback? I mean, not a quarterback. Is there any game on there that you see that you're like, oh, I'm looking forward to that game?
Kansas for sure. And I really want to Minnesota right after the bye week. I'm kind of interested in that just because it's Sunday night, and also because we're right after the bye week, and that should pretty much give us our grade, our set grade for the season, how people think of us at that point, how we're doing. So
The Minnesota one.
the Minnesota one, yeah,
Oh, right after the bye week. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. No, I'm looking forward to the Kansas City one. Tampa Bay, just because it's opening night. But as far as like the ones I'm circling, those are going to be the two. All the NFC East ones, obviously, but
obviously, yeah.
there's no other like. I'm not like, oh my god, like I can't wait to watch the Denver Broncos, or it's like
Maybe the Saints.
the
But
oh
I mean,
oh yeah, just
every
because Jameis Winston.
yeah, I feel like every year we play against the Saints, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, we've seen the Saints live, right? Were you at that game
Yeah,
with us? Yeah,
yes,
we lost, but
it was a fun game though.
yeah, that was still at Texas Stadium, I think,
Yeah, it was the
right?
original. Yeah,
Right there, yeah,
yeah,
the Texas Stadium. And I am excited to see the Patriots. With Cam. I hope he play Cam. I hope he does well with the Patriots, just because, like I said, I still feel like he could be a quarterback. But real quick, just to get some your opinion. But speaking on quarterbacks, we don't, Andy Dalton, of course, went to Chicago, and we don't really have like a solid quarterback, man, a backup quarterback. Um, do you think we should, go and get someone? Do you think we're good with the people we have? We've seen all the people, obviously, play for us. Garrett Gilbert played last year. Ben DiNucci played, had a horrible game. And then we brought back Cooper Rush there towards the end, and he's played with us before. Do you think that we need to go get someone, or?
I think we need a who do we have right now? Dinucci and Gilbert as our backups,
Yeah, and Cooper. We have Cooper.
and Cooper.
Yeah.
I think they're all solid backups, but I think Dak is going to be more. I don't think we need to worry about backups. I think Dak's going to protect himself a little bit more, which is kind of
Yeah.
scary for me to think about it, because I think he might diminish a little bit just
Mhm.
because he's going to watch that hit. But I don't think we're going to need a backup, so we should be fine with these.
Yeah.
Rush is okay. I mean, they're all okay. They're not the best, obviously, but
Yeah, they're all backups, and we had Brian Hoyer just got picked up by the Patriots. He would have been someone
Patriots, yeah.
that we could have gone after. So I think because we didn't go after anyone, I think that tells me that the Cowboys are pretty content currently with
Yeah.
their backups. But I did look, and RG3 still a free agent. That might be an interesting one depending on what he's wanting in terms of salary. Um, just because we know he can move around, you know. That would be one that I would consider as long as the salary. But and I wouldn't be surprised actually if we do get RG3. I just think we need a little bit someone more solid, just because I don't know how, Dak is gonna protect himself a little bit more, but I feel like, if he goes down, but at the same time, I also feel like if he goes down, like we know our season's over. I mean, we saw
Yeah,
it last
season's
year.
over. There's
Yeah.
nothing to save it for after that. Just like last year exactly. So
Yeah, but if it's one of those injuries where he's maybe out for 4 weeks, it's like, oh, then I would feel better getting someone other than what we've already had and we've already
Yeah.
seen. I think Gary Gilbert did an all right job. Ben DiNucci was not ready for it, and Cooper Rush hasn't really shown a lot, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it was just like a crazy season last year because it wasn't just a quarterback; it was the line, and that affects their quarterbacks a lot. But here, just like lastly, another opinion, if you will. What do you think about Zeke? Have you been watching his social media?
Zeke is really weird during off seasons. I feel like he gains a lot of weight and then he starts losing it.
Yeah.
And then he comes out on ESPN and everywhere saying, "Oh, look at his stride, look at his speed." And I think I want to say about 2 months ago, I saw a video of Zeke come out.
Mm-hmm.
He did not look great to me. He looked a little bit on the heavy side, but I mean, it's Zeke. He can put off weight. He can put on weight. It doesn't really matter. I've seen recent videos, and he's looking way better. So I think he will be a bounce back. I think he will. He's gonna be good this year. I
Yeah.
feel that.
No, I saw the one that you're talking about a couple months ago, and I thought the same thing. I was like, "Whoa, what this guy?"
Yeah,
I think they
this
even
guy
made
does
fun
not
of
look
him.
like Zeke.
They even made fun of him. They were like, he can't even burn like cut trash cans. He's getting hit by
Yeah.
trash cans or something like that. But yeah,
Yeah.
recently though, he's looked sick, and
Yeah.
I think he's ready. I think he's hungry, um, and a lot of his success comes down to the line, and just like with any running back, I feel like if he has the proper line, the proper holes, I feel like he can really accelerate through the hole,
Yep.
and then once he gets into that secondary, I think he can make some moves. So early on last
Yes.
season, he struggled with the fumbles, but he took care of that, I
Yeah.
think, for the rest of the season.
And as soon as Zeke gets going, so does Dak. So that opens up the passing game. So Dak was gonna have a field day throwing the ball everywhere with these new receivers that he hasn't got to play with. So
Yeah, I mean, offensively, I think we're just gonna be
they're gonna be stacked.
insane. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be crazy. 13-4 is definitely doable. I think 13-4 wins as a division. 13-4, I think, even
Easy.
puts us towards the top of the NFC. I mean, we would be competing with maybe like the Packers, maybe the Seahawks, maybe I'm trying to think like Tampa Bay, right? If they got most of their team coming back, but 13-4 looks really good.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, in that is Aaron Rodgers still going to stay with the Packers? I know they're having drama, but is he
I
gonna
think
willing to play for them?
I mean, I know they drafted another quarterback, but I think everything will be fine. They're talking about maybe re-signing him, but I think at least this year he'll play.
Mm.
But we'll see.
We'll see.
I mean, if he wants to leave, please go to the AFC.
AFC.
I'm tired of losing to you in the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I completely agree with that.
But no, this was fun. I mean, I think 13-4 for both of us. That's crazy. Again, we did not even talk about this before. We
Nah.
literally just hopped on here and just going through the game.
Mhm.
But we'll be doing our official predictions later in the in the off season. But yeah, this was fun, man. Any last words?
Not much. One thing I want to say is all those Chicago fans that were talking about our bad quarterback last year. And look who's got him now.
Yo, I think he's gonna be fine over there. I mean, I know they got
I think
Justin
he's gonna
Fields.
be. I mean, he was okay with us, but
He
I
was
heard a
good
lot
with
of
us.
talk saying that he was not the greatest, and look who they signed. So that's all I want to say.
Hey, you know who that is. He's talking to
Yeah, you
someone.
know.
You know who that is. No, that's awesome. Yeah. No, I think he's gonna be fine. I think they should take the same approach. They should sit Justin Fields out for a year, have Andy Dalton
Yeah.
just play out the year, no matter how it's going. Just play it out, let him learn, because I think Andy Dalton still has a lot of a good football ahead of him. And
Yeah, of course.
but yeah, I appreciate you coming on. You might be seeing him on a little bit more here in the next few weeks. But with that said, we'll see y'all next time. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. But we'll see y'all next time. Later.